It's the Digital Board Gamer. Here today we're going to be checking out a how to play / playthrough of the Fate of the Fellowship Lord of the Rings. I'm going to focus on a solo playthrough. You'll see here there's a few options. We're going to start with the pre-selected characters and then we're going to start with the easier difficulty. Alright, so a few things as it seeds the beginning here. We're going to be playing 4 different characters, but we're going to share a hand in solo mode. After all of our characters go, you'll get 1 action with Frodo and Sam. And then I'll move on to the next character, so you see here. You can click on these guys here and see their special abilities, which we'll get through as we start playing. You'll see that there's objectives here. If you click on the objectives, you can see what we need to do. Here we need to get the Fellowship to Rivendell. There has to be another character with them. And then you have to play 3 of these hearts. These hearts are the friendship tokens. So you have to play 3 of those friendship tokens, and then you complete it, and then stuff happens. This one here, we basically have to go defeat Isengard. This one here is where you challenge Saruman, and then finally destroying the ring. So if you've played any pandemic style game, this obviously follows the pandemic system. It's similar-ish, but it is different quite a bit, I think. So first, during your turn, you're going to take action. So we do our normal 4, like I said. So 4 with Pippin and Merry here. And then we'll do our 1 because we're playing solo with Frodo and Sam. Then we'll draw 2 cards. Like I said, our hand is shared. So right here's our 4 cards to start. Then we'll draw 2 cards. And then after we draw cards, we'll draw shadow cards. Now you draw shadow cards equal to the threat rate. So we start with 2 for a few, then it's 3, then it's 4, then finally 5. The way you win the game is doing the last challenge here. Yeah, I believe you have to do all 4 of the challenges, I'm sorry. By doing all 4 challenges, but completing this one last. And then the way you lose the game is if your hope falls all the way to 0. You will lose the game that way. During your turn, like I said, you have 4 action. The first and foremost is traveling. So we'll start looking here at the Shire. So you see they could move the Shire, from the Shire I can move 1 space here, 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 and here. So basically any of these arrows you can move. The color here, arrows here for the enemy movement, so it's not really important for you. You can move back, forward and backwards. You don't need to follow the arrow line. The only thing with movement arrows, sometimes their special movement that requires a resource to be discarded, and you either have to discard a card or a token if you have it stored. The game does have a setup to begin with, so you see here Rivendell starts with 1 elf and so on, and Dunlin has 1 to start with. But then the shadow player or the shadow cards will get drawn. You draw 9 of them, just like in Pandemic, and you add more units to the board. When you do move, if I was to start in the Grey Heavens, if I get somebody over here and then move to the Shire, I can actually move armies with me or other pieces. So if you see here, I'm just going to do an example. I'll move here. You can see I can take Frodo and Sam with me. And then if I was here, moved to Frodo and Sam, obviously I can take armies with me. That's really the only way to move armies around the board, to kind of get them into key positions. Because these strongholds right here, if you lose them, you lose 3 hope. So they're really important to protect. Now when you move Frodo, it is possible that you'll have to do a rolling search. When you do a rolling search, you're going to roll 1 dice per Nazgul and shadow unit there with Frodo, max of 7. And then you can see the results. No effect, lose 1 hope. Lose a hope unless you're in a haven. And then if a Nazgul is there, it goes back to Mordor. You can spend dice or you can spend rings to re-roll the dice if you want. You can also use these friendship tokens here, and you can actually change the results of those dice as well, which I'll show you later. The other thing you can do here with your character is you can prepare in solo. So when you prepare, you're going to look at cards, and if you match the region, you can discard it and you get the token there in your storage. It's really important to do that. Frodo and Sam actually have a better way of doing that. You see here when they prepare, if they're in a region the name card, they also get a token, the purple heart token as well. So that's a great way of getting more as well. You're not going to be trading cards in the solo version because you share a hand. So like normally there's a fellowship action where you can like trade, but you're not going to be doing that. Preparing is really what you're going to be doing with your cards. And then lastly, what we could do is we could muster. So I'll move Pippin here. And you see here we could travel. I'm sorry, here we can muster. And when we muster here, we spend the purple hearts. And you're going to recruit a army of whatever town you're in. So here we would obviously elves, dwarfs. You see Rohan, there's all these horse symbols. Well, you can recruit on all of those spaces. And then down here we have the trees for Gondor. And then up in Dale, there's 2 dwarven places and an elf. And there's 2 elven places here as well. If you move your troops onto their troops, you can do attack. The attack roll, the attack dice look like this. You choose how many dice you want to roll, up to the number of max of 3, but equal to the number of units you have. So up to 3 units, you can roll 3 dice, but you don't have to roll all 3. Shadow automatically roll 1 dice per guys they have. If they move on to you, they'll do an automatic attack. But your attack is an action. You see here you remove 1 of the shadow armies. Here you remove 1 of both. Here you remove 1 of yours, but if you're in a haven, you can see the little outline there. You can ignore that. And then here the worst roll is you lose 2 units if there's a Nazgul present. So if there's no Nazgul, this one does nothing. And then if you have characters, you can spend rings to re-roll. And then here I find this one, it says spend 1 sword, or it's called Valor, to re-roll 1. It just removes it. So you just remove the guy. So that's a little mistake here in the sheet. In the rules, it actually says remove 1. Here it says re-roll. So you're not re-rolling, you're just removing. And then if there's a haven with enemy units and you have no units, like I said, you lose 3 hope. All right, the other symbols, like I said, friendship. I said like it's use that for mustering. You can see the locations you can muster on. The valor, you're going to spend that to remove units. It's written correctly here. To capture a enemy stronghold, you spend 3 valor to capture it. So one of our goals here is to attack Isengard and capture it. So you want to get 3 swords to do that. Stealth, the little mountain here, this is going to allow you to avoid rolling. And then, like I said, rings are going to be used to re-roll. As well, you need the rings to help destroy the ring at the very end. Then after you're all done, after you've taken your 4 actions with your character and your 1 with Frodo and Sam, then we draw 2 player cards. You can have a max of 7. And then it's possible you'll draw, there are pandemic cards, we'll call them. They're called Skies Darken in this game. And then basically you will move the threat token up. Saruman Eye will move to wherever Frodo is. There's going to be some location written on the card that you'll add 3 units to. And then you'll draw, and then you shuffle the deck on top of the deck. You'll shuffle the discard on top of the deck. If you've never played a pandemic game before, the cool thing about the system is these cards here in the discard, once you draw the pandemic card or Skies Darken card in this one, all of these cards get shuffled and put back on top. So you can kind of look at this pile and go, okay, we have a lot going towards Minas Tirith. I need to prepare for that. Or there's 2 Helm's Deeps here. There's a 3rd Helm's Deep, a 4th Helm's Deep, a 5th Helm's Deep. So Helm's Deep might be a target because there's going to be 5 cards constantly shuffled and brought back up. So you might need to make sure you help defend Helm's Deep for sure, so you don't lose Helm's Deep and then lose 3 hope. When you draw shadow cards, you'll see here there's a part on the top and the bottom. The top part says where your armies are going to move from. So you see they move there towards Helm's Deep. They're only going to do that if on the left side you see how there's a banner here. So then in this case, if this was the card that flipped over, they would do the movement part. If it shows this banner right here, then they're going to do the bottom part. So then they would do recruit another one in Umbar, and then you'd move 2 Nazgul closer to Frodo. So that's kind of how the shadow cards work. You are limited to troops here. If this shadow troops run out, you actually lose a hope for every time you can't add a unit back on. If you capture a stronghold, you do gain 2 hope, but be careful because you lose 3 if you ever lose it. If you capture Isengard and then they take it back, you will gain 2, and then when they take it back, you will lose 3. I actually lost the game because of that. I thought maybe I'd only lose the 2, but nope, you lose all 3. And then I think that's enough to get you started. If you're interested in watching more, you can watch my full playthrough. But as always, I've been the Digital Board Gamer. Good luck and have fun.